Hello everybody, and welcome back to another recording. It is me, Halo's Awesome, and today I thought maybe we can change up the game a little bit. So instead of playing PUBG, I have downloaded a new game called World War Battleships. Now you might be wondering, Halo, what is this game? Well, World War Battleships is a World War II game based, it's a ship game, so to say. I shouldn't say it is a World War II game, but in the ship game here, they use World War II ships that are pretty awesome. Some of the ships you might know, like the Bismarck, so to say, and I'll show you the ship title. It is very nice. The game plays all these different ships, and what you do is that you just play these different ships, you collect these different ships, and it's pretty nice. It's very detailed. I like it. So, but yeah, it's a good game. It's still in testing phase, as I heard, but I might be wrong. But anyway, let's dive into the details of this. So, when you start out on this game, they have you do a tutorial where they show you how to operate like the guns. They show you different types of guns, like the main guns, sub guns, and anti-aircraft guns. Now, when you get your ship, usually you start as the American. Let me show you. I believe you start out with the New Orleans, and as you start up as you progress throughout this game, you get rewards such as silver, XP, and parts. Now, in order to collect more ships like I have here, you need to get silver or gold, and sometimes there are premium ships, and premium ships are like the special, I wouldn't say special type of ships, I want to say it's like a special ship, but it's not. Well, it is, but premium ships like the Alabama are usually meant to be bought by gold or with real money. Like this US Alabama here is like 30 bucks. I mean, not 30 bucks, 25 bucks, which in relative is like 26. But if you're a World War II, if you're a World War II fan, I suggest you look up these different types of ships and look up more ships, because they're pretty awesome. So there's I believe there's, let me look here. There's four different types of ships, with the fifth one coming out next year, hopefully in February, between February and March is what I heard. But there's battleships, there's cruisers, there's destroyers, and aircraft carriers. My suggestion is that if you want to know what best type ships you can use, is to go on Facebook. There's a Facebook group called WWB, which of course stands for World War Battleship, as you can see on top of my screen here. And you can join the Facebook group. Just ask permission. I'm sure they will let you. But yeah, I'm sorry. I should have prepared more of this video, but in any case, there's battleships, which are very good against other battleships because they have heavy guns that do great damage. There are cruisers, which are good for other cruisers, and that also help support battleships. There are destroyers, which are really fast, not like supersonic fast, but fast, if you know what I mean by fast of ships. And they are good for like torpedo runs, laying down smoke screen, and anti-aircraft guns. And here we have carriers, which are good for air reconnaissance, fighter combat, bombing runs, and torpedo runs. And like I said, all of this can be achieved in the tech tree. Now, in the tech tree here, there are different types of ships, different types of cruisers, types of battleships. Well, not types. Why did I say types? Ugh, I didn't mean types. I meant different names. Well, I guess you could say types. There's also different types of aircraft carriers and destroyers. Now, you can see there's submarines. The submarines have not come out yet, and if they do, that would be pretty awesome, because I like to see how they are doing. But in the tech tree here, you have different countries. You have the United States, you have Japan, you have Great Britain, you have Germany, you have France, and China, Soviet Union, and Italy. All these countries that participated in World War II. Now, I mentioned earlier unlocking ships, and in order to unlock these ships, first of all, you must, as you can see on the side here, you see the year of the country. In order to unlock ships, when you unlock ships, you have, in order to unlock them, the year of the country has to match up the year of the ship you're trying to unlock. Or if you have a higher year, you can unlock the same ship. So, for example, my United States is 1950. I can unlock all these ships. But say, like, if my United States was 1930, as you can see, these ships, like the Colorado, has the 1921. That's the year. If I had 1919, if my United States was 1919, I could unlock the Colorado because, of course, the Colorado is 1921, and you have to unlock that. Now, when you unlock a ship, you go in here and it lists the details of it. So, like, gun damage is 1600, duration is 27,520, and so forth. Some of these, like null, you can't see because they haven't listed, but I believe they listed in some of these. So I believe, like, yeah, no, I guess they didn't list all. Well, maybe they did. Did they list the anti-aircraft guns? No, they didn't. Oh well. But anyhow, as I say, they list details of what the ship has, so the gun damage it has, and all the speed and all that, and it's really good. Now, to unlock it, there are two ways to unlock it. One is gold, which I advise you, if you're going to unlock it with gold, save your money because it's expensive. And there's silver. Now, silver is, I wouldn't say it's cheap to get, but it's easy to get, better than gold because, gold is rare. But anyhow, once you unlock it, you will unlock it, and then there's also another fee that you have to buy. So, like, you go to North Carolina, hey, you have to actually buy it, and this is what the price is. So the current is 206,265 silver, and the price, well, that's how much you have. Sorry, that's how much silver you have. The price is below in the middle, and then the balance is what you're gonna have left over if you buy it. But since I have the North Carolina, I won't buy it. But anyway, that's how you buy a ship. Also, don't forget about the year, as I said about the year. So once you unlock your ship, there's gonna be this here. There's gonna be weapons, armors, plane, notification, modification, parts, and crew. When you get your ship, you can do whatever you like with it. You can go to weapons here, and in the weapons room here, there are two. In the weapons here, there are two different types of weapons. There's main, which are these main 4 batteries right here, 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 and here. And the main are, like, basically what it says, your main batteries, so to say, that do damage. And when you click on a weapon, they will list options of what weapons you could pick. So, for instance, I picked the 380mm gun or the SK-34 gun, and I'm using it. Or I could pick this gun, which is the 11-incher. Now, once you pick your gun, and like I said, when you pick your gun, there also lists details of it. So, like, the range of this gun that I'm using is 36.52 52 kilometers. So, that's a pretty good range compared to, like, if you use this gun, this is also 36.47, which is a little bit under the normal gun, but whatever. The weight of the gun also impacts how fast your ship goes. There's a lot of variables of what type of gun you use. So the weight here is 1,372 tons, compared to this gun, which is 642 tons. Now, I know what you're thinking, hey, less tons, more speed. True. But also, there's also power, and in my suggestion, I suggest you get more power, because the more power you have, the more damage it causes. The reloading is just like it says. It's how long the reload takes, and it's 26 seconds. Seconds, not minutes. That would be kind of a little bit weird. On your right side, however, there's the different types of shells there are. And there's like HE shells and AP shells. HE shells stand for high explosive shells, and AP stands for armor piercing. And on the right side here, where I just mentioned about the shells, they you can select how many shells you want for that type of gun. Now, say like if you want to get all the same type, you want to get the same type of gun, and you want to get the same number of ammo. All you have to do is click apply all, and then click install, and it will install it as accordingly. Subguns here, moving on to subguns here, are good for like when you're battling destroyers or if your main gun reloads. Some subguns allow you to have AA shells, which count as anti-aircraft shells, because of course in this game we have aircraft carriers and you can actually manually fire it, and that's a new thing they added on this update so far. But anyway, subguns can either fire the HE shells, which of course goes back to high explosive shells, or AA shells. It depends on what type of gun it is. I'm not very good on gun types because I only study the ships, but like I said, you know, adjust. And on the right side of the gun, on the gun options, is your shell numberage, and of course your info on your weapons on your left. And then onto armor. Armor lets you, on the armor section, allows you to adjust your armor, such as your all decks, which is basically the fronts right here, and your belts, which are right here. Now, like I said, if you want to apply all you have to do is click the top here, or if you want to do it individually, there's like front, middle, and rear belt, and you can adjust accordingly. It does cost silver, however, to adjust your armor. So like if I want to add like another 0.5 inch armor belt, it's gonna cost 4,200 silver, and of course I have enough to do that, but I won't. But anyway, yeah, and then this displacement tells you how much you can displace on the ship. Common sense. Now on to planes. Some of these ships allow you to carry planes. Carriers, of course, as it sounds, carry planes. But some of these, like some battleships and some cruisers, allow you to carry planes. So I think Bismarck does not allow you to carry planes. Let's find a good battleship. You know what? Let's go to the Montana here. Montana allows you to carry planes, and here are your plane options. So as you can see, there are two different types of planes: the SC-1 and the OS-2U, -3. These are planes that you can pick. Now below are, as you can see, 1 and 2. Those are the slots of the plane that you can pick your planes, different type of planes. However, you cannot fill both slots with the same plane, because of course one of the slots is going to be one of your planes. But yeah, so it depends, because carriers have more slots than battleships, of course, but I'll get into that later. So you have here your plane options, and then next to the planes is the amount. When you pick your amount, you also want to do when you pick your amount, well, first of all, the amount lets you, of course, pick how many planes you want. But you also, if you look more to the right here, next to the confirm, is this plane quality, and that's how many planes you can carry. So the Montana can carry 4 planes. Above the plane quality is the hangar space. That's how much space your plane takes, and the displacement, of course, is how much your ship can take. But back to the amount, of course, it goes. You can have a total of 4. So it doesn't matter how many planes you have, as long as it equals as long as the plane quality equals the number it can carry. So for me, I have 2 of each plane. Now below the amount is again the details of the plane. So like the flight time is 859 seconds. Divide that by 60, and that's like 15 minutes or so. I forgot. I don't know, but somewhere between that. Now also there's ammo, so that some planes will carry ammo. So like these 2 planes will carry both 45 kg bombs. I think it's grand bombs or whatever. But anyhow, some planes carry ammo. And speaking about the planes, I forgot to mention this. The little white symbol that you see on the left corner of these planes that you see in the option here, those tell you what type of planes they are. So these two planes are scouts, as you can see, because they have little binoculars. And I'll go into those little details later. But anyway, that's what battleships and some battleships and some cruisers can carry. Now on to carriers. There are two different types of carriers. There's escort and light. And there's escort and then there's regular carriers. I call them regular carriers. Some people call them heavy carriers, or some people just call them carriers. Normally the technical word for it is carriers, and then this one is an escort carrier, so to say. But anyhow, carriers operate planes. They're not particularly built for ship combat, if you know what I mean. And what I mean by ship-to-ship combat, their main firepower, the weapons here that you see here, are not actually built. It's actually built to launch planes. When you do planes on carriers, you want to pay a good amount. So, like for me, I've here, since I can carry 108 planes, I have different types of ships. I have fighters, I have bombers, and I have torpedoes. Fighters, I suggest if you get a carrier that you start out with fighters, because mostly if you're going up against an enemy CVC, that stands for carriers, by the way, you want to get air superiority, as they say. And that's good, because air superiority is the key of, doing it. But as you're setting out fighters, you can also launch torpedo bombers, and torpedo bombers usually do good damage. However, their defense is bad, because if you launch your torpedoes and all your fighters are busy, and there's an enemy fighter that's destroying your torpedo bombers, you're gonna get pretty well smashed. But torpedoes are very good against battleships. Bombers are good against cruisers and destroyers, and they're very good. And like I said, over on the side here is your weapons option. So like I have lots of torpedoes and lots of bombs. But anyway, so yeah, that's a carrier, and I'll demonstrate how carriers and battleships work. Well, actually, today I think I might just go over what a battleship does, and then maybe on the next video I'll do an aircraft carrier to show how they work. But anyway, let's start out with the battleship. So when you start out, I've also forgot to tell you, modifications. I forgot to finish this. Modifications allow you to add camouflage to your ship, and when you add camouflage, they add good stuff. So like if I add this camouflage, firing time will be like 8% less. So when I fire, my firing time will be like less time. But that's what modification does. It allows you to add camo on, and when you add camo, it comes with a good ability. Parts on the ships allow you to basically upgrade your ship, so to say, the whole of your upgrade. And basically, when you do parts, you have to earn XP. And XP is earned by if you're doing battle, or if you do missions, or if you sweep a mission. And I'll explain that later. So, yeah, that's how parts work. And once you get all these parts, you basically ace your battleship, so to say. I like to say ace it because, the little symbol right here on top is very nice. But there's 4 different types of parts. There's 4 different types of parts. There's firepower, scouting, maneuverability, and protection. And all these benefit your ship, because if you look on the left here, below the picture of the battleship, you'll see what it does. So like speed, it gives me 11% more speed than I normally get if I didn't have that part. Acceleration, and all that. Also, next to the picture of the ship, you notice this gray area here. That's your XP, so to say. And I don't have it. Let me go to another ship. Let me go to the USS Georgia. Maybe that. Yeah. So see, I don't have a lot of parts on this ship here. So this XP that I just mentioned allows you to get these different parts. And these different parts here require the number of XP. So like if I want to get precision radar, I have to get 280 XP. And right now I have 72. When you spend it, usually it requires 280, and it tells you, it gives you 8% absolute sight range. And I can research it because I'll tell you a little bit later, because premium ships have REXP. If I said that right. Correct me if I don't. Oh well. But anyway, so once you if you get enough XP or REXP, you research it, and when you research it, it unlocks it, or basically, yeah, unlocks it. It wouldn't unlock it. It allows you to buy it, and you have to buy it with silver, of course. And once you unlock that, the next part will unlock. See, right now I can't do the warning radar because I have to research the first part. But that's what parts does. Now, last but not least, crew. Crew is just what it sounds. You load your crew on, and there's different slots. There's different types of crews. There's like awesome. There's like different kinds of crews and all that. And if I go here, I have a lot of crew on most ships, but anyway, crew also upgrades your ships. I like to say upgrade your ship because I don't know how to use the other term, but anyway, crew basically helps your ship out because you know what we crew on a ship. Now you don't have to have crew on there. You can play without, but crew is, I would say, vital to your ship because they benefit your ship in some ways. So like, let's go to my Montana because I usually play my Montana a lot. Here I have the crew Elizabeth Robin, William II, Unity Chan, Victoria Quay, and Harushira Iru. I can't pronounce it, but these guys benefit my ship in some way, and the details list the benefits to your ship are listed below. So like Elizabeth Robin, it gives my sight range at plus 4.63% when I have it on there, and also air defense sight range of 5%. Admiral William, which is a very good person, a very good crew, gives me good well, let's take a look. It gives me good silver because it gives me by 10 if you click here, you know. But anyhow, ship when I do, and then as you can see, it gives off the details of more. Now when you get your crew, you want to have a good type of crew. You want to have a good gunner, you want to have a good repair, you want to have at least sight range crew, and if you're lucky, you want to have a little, I like to call it the captain's hat because of the little hat beneath it. But anyhow, that's a good amount of crew. They give, and yeah, it affects different parts of your ship. Like the Unity Clan is good for my guns. Elizabeth Robin helps good with my sight. But anyhow, when you get your crew, there's details of what it does. So Sailor's identity, of course, is level 22, and I'll explain that later. It was commissioned to the Montana. That's the ship it's commissioned to. So right now, I'm on the Montana. The nationality, international. Now when it comes to nationality can vary between what the crew can go on. International means it can go on any type of ship of any type of country. So like Unity Chan can go on a Japanese ship, it can go on an Italian ship, it can go on a Soviet Union ship, it can go on, you know, British ship, and you get the idea. The units is what it is. So like this unit here is a weapons expert, and the main gun reload and piercing performance and main gun accuracy all there, and it tells you. But the potential is A on some of these. I believe S is like that's the highest one, and A might be the lowest. I'm not quite sure. You might have to ask somebody who plays this better than I do. Level boost allows you to level up your player after she reaches the maximum level. So like it has to be, so like if I max this level out, its max is 35, and right now I'm 22 because, you know, I can't upgrade it yet because it has to be at level 30. But that's what the sailor crew is, at least the sailor part of it. Aviators are ones that fly planes. So let me go to a carrier. Whenever you have planes on a ship, they usually, when you click crew, there usually is an aviator section where you can pick out your pilots. Let's go to aviators here. Yeah, aviators, like I said, allows you to fly planes. And then it all depends on what kind of aviators you have. Like for me, I have like Buzz, who's really good at flying and all that, and they do good. They do good, and I'll explain how your crew works with planes on the next video. In order to earn crew, every day you will have a normal recruit. You will have five free times to recruit once, and then every 2 days you will recruit 1 gold. And it depends. Sometimes when you recruit, you get parts like this that help upgrade your crew. Gold also does this, but sometimes it gives you like premium sailors. Like if we go here to the sailors album, let's go to the sailors album. It will unlock certain crew. Like you might, very rare, you would get crew that are like purple or above, sometimes red. But the most common sailors you would get are like aviators. You get like these medics. You'll get these white sailors and common sailors, I like to put them. But anyway, that's what you get. That's how you earn crew. You can also earn crew if you're very lucky. You also earn crew by doing battles. And so we're going to battles next. Now when you click battle, there are 2 different types of battles. There's mission mode and there's burst mode. Mission mode allows you to basically go on missions, so to say. Now, and there's 6 missions you do, and once you complete each mission, there's also a nightmare mode. Nightmare mode allows you to get, like right here as you see below, a quality rank sailor, which is, you know, very rare. You also, when you play a mission, it will cost you fuel, and fuel can be attained either if you buy it with gold or if there's a free fuel event. Now when you click on mission, you basically your ship, you can pick out your ships via, if you click your ship tab here, and you can scroll through the ships you have. So it depends on what ships you bring. Sweep mode allows you to basically run through the mission quickly without having to do it one at a time. And when you do sweep mode basically, yeah, like I said, runs through the mission fast, and you also get XP for that ship that you used. So like if I do Deutschland here, you know, if I sweep it, I can do it the number 10 times, because when you sweep, you have these little blue, I like to call them tickets, and you basically begin sweeping, and it will go through the mission very fast. So it's kind of like doing it fast mode. And once it's done, you click exit, and you can look through your parts to see if you earn XP. And always you earn XP through missions. So yeah, there's also inventory, which keeps, of course, your inventory of all your stuff that you collected. So like here, I collected a lot of stuff, and you can add as it goes. I think that's all. Oh, once you get a new ship, you have to have an empty dock. Now, as you can see, I have lots of empty docks here, and you can have a number, I believe 50, if I'm not corrected, maybe 50 ships in total. But yeah, that's how you can, as you collect more ships, you need to collect more docks. There's also squad, where you can create squads. You can also create a password so nobody else gets in there. There's also recommended squads, where there's already squads made that you can join. You can also join a squad if you get their ID. But anyhow, oh, in verse mode, I forgot verse mode, stupid me. I'm going all over the place in World War battleships. When you click verse mode, there are 3 modes here. There's arcade mode, which you play with other different players. It's kind of like international, worldwide, so to say. And you capture points, and you try to earn points as you go. And in arcade mode, you respawn instantly. You respawn every time you die, and there's a timer on that too. And if you're in a squad, the participants are there of 3. So if you're in a squad, you can only have 3 people in your squad can only play it. If you have more, then that's kind of a little bit bummer, because the only thing you can play with 4 or more is practice, which really is dumb, so to say. I'm sorry if I said that. Expert mode is just like it says. is expert, meaning that you can't respawn. It's only a one-time deal, and yeah, it's really nice. And I'll explain more about these on the next video I do. But anyhow, I just wanted to cover the basics of what World War Battleships is. Man, I'm saying World of Warships. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like this video, smash that like and subscribe. Comment below what questions you have, and I can help you direct it. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a nice day, and yeah, looking forward to explaining more about this later on. So have a wonderful day.